I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Event is coming soon. YouTube channel. Here's the latest intel.
How the CIA used Charles Manson to debunk entire 60s hippie movement. By Edward Morgan. The hippie movement was seen as an economical and sociological threat to both the government and its Vietnam War effort. On the 9th of August 1969, at the age of 26, 8-month pregnant Sharon Tate along with 4 of her high society friends was brutally murdered at the Hollywood home she shared with film director Roman Polanski. It is widely believed that these were ritualistic killings ordered by the notorious Charles Manson and carried out by his followers the Manson family. However, government whistleblower Charles August Schlund III, better known as Chuck Schlund, suggests that these murders may have, in fact, been a covert operation carried out by the CIA. Schlund, now deceased, came across the Don Bolles papers during the 70s which, amongst other things, gave information on the CIA's involvement in the Manson family murders. Schlund actually filed a lawsuit against George W. Bush, for unlawful attempts, upon his person, to suppress this information, though this never went to trial. Schlund claims that the CIA's prime objective, at the time, was to debunk the hippie movement which was proving to be an economical and sociological threat to both the government and its Vietnam War effort. The war was going badly and the American people were protesting in ever greater numbers with pictures of pretty flower girls on TV nightly, protesting. The CIA needed a way of showing the American people that these pretty little flower girls were really Satanists and evil and that the government was right and just in the war. To do this the government needed to conduct a massive covert operation to convince the American people that these little flower girls were evil, and the free love and peace they talked of was really to cover up evil. Schlund suggests that Charles Manson was, in fact, a social experiment and that the CIA had not only been supplying drugs to the Manson family but also funding their living. It's no secret that the CIA regularly experimented with drugs in an attempt at mass mind control. MKUltra is one of their most famous projects and Manson was in prison at the time they were known to be using inmates at Vacaville prison in the MKUltra experiments. Copyright Press claims the CIA's objective, at the time, was to debunk the hippie movement. Tex Watson, family member and one of the convicted Tate LaBianca murderer, claimed that in the months leading up to the murders the Manson family had all been taking a drug called Orange Sunshine which was manufactured and distributed exclusively by a group known as the Brotherhood of Eternal Love where one of the dealers Ronald Stark had known connections to the CIA. John Lennon's anti-war stance most certainly made him a CIA prime target, which most probably the result of his untimely death. There is no doubt the Manson family were under some sort of mind control. In the book, Helter Skelter, Manson's prosecutor Vincent Bugliosi talks, in depth, of Manson's mind control abilities, and claims they are comparable with those used by the U.S. military. Again suggesting that he may have been a product of the CIA. Journalist Gary Webb has also exposed the CIA for their drug dealings. If Schlund's claims were true that the CIA objective was to debunk the hippie movement, the aftermath of the Tate LaBianca murderer certainly suggested they had reached their objective. As Vincent Bugliosi told the Observer newspaper in 2009, the Manson murders sounded the death knell for hippies and all they symbolically represented. They closed an era. The 60s, the decade of love, ended on that night, on August 9, 1969. Even though there is no physical evidence of the Don Bolles papers, there is physical evidence for Operation Northwood. This document shows the CIA proposal to the Kennedy administration to commit acts of terror on U.S. citizens in an attempt to blame Cuba, thus justify a war. Neon Nettle also recently reported on the confession of a 78-year-old CIA agent claiming to have carried out 37 associations included Marilyn Monroe. With all this evidence we need to keep an open mind on what Schlund claimed. It appears Schlund wasn't the only one who believed the CIA were responsible for these deaths. See also Mae Brussel documentary, Charles Manson Was a Patsy.
Please like us and share with your social media.
Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our new videos.
Remember to check out our playlist for important intel you may have missed.
Be sure to enter our subscriber appreciation $100 monthly giveaway. The link is in our description.
And visit our sister channel. The event is coming soon for additional intel and information.
Stay tuned.
Victory of the Light.
Event is coming soon. YouTube channel.